It's Friday night. It's July 16th, Century 20. It's year 2021. It's actually year 21. So, I just finished a conversation with Lou. This is where I am in Bayside. I decided to sit in front of Martha's Country Bakery because my back is killing me while walking. The calcaneus, as it hits the pavement, is sending shockwaves up on my left side, and my gait is off on my stepping. But then again, the seismic rhythm of the traffic, I can feel it just sitting here, and the train movement is just so pronounced. Anyway, so I spoke to Lewis, and I said, because he always argues with me that, like, hey, come on, you're 42 together. I go, Lewis, here's what you don't understand. The nature of the word inheritance, it's spelled in, meaning coming on the way in. Then it's the word heir, H-E-I-R, indicative of the flagship staff that decided to have intercourse in order to bring you into this labyrinth of whatever. And then it's 10, mom's one of 10. I was like, and then it's A and Z, which is my initials, because it's NC and then it's 3 like backwards. Sunny side. I was like, so just by indicative of the word, Lou, I was like, inheritance means that mountain at Trecime, at Alpini, that you were born at, with like the pinnacle of our family member of Antonin. I was like, there was this gigantic boulder that was started rolling down the hill, and by the time I fell out of her foxhole, I inherited this gigantic boulder at such a rate and speed, velocity wise, it's getting really heavy to hold, just saying. And I'm like, so it's an inheritance. I said, speak to anything in the Middle East, they'll tell you, you build the world for your children to inherit. You want to leave the world a better place than the way that you inherited it. You want to take care of it, you want to make sure that you repair anything that you broke, so on and so forth. At least that's the way the respectable people used to handle it back in the day before I got here. I was like, I really don't want to hear that you guys were doing a great job. So they're watching this movie called Best of Enemies or something like that. It's about some whatever woman's like, I don't know, when you cut someone, they bleed red, no matter what color the skin is. I'm like, right, see, there's a problem in that philosophy, because what happens is if the blood's tainted, which you don't know if you cut both your arms and you combine it, right, you don't know if it's tainted with one of you have sickle cell, one of you have disease, one of you have like malaria. Nobody knows, right? So I wouldn't go with just cutting my arm open and swapping blood, but you humans are not so fucking smart. So there was like a whole campaign opened on that and like fought over on that, and it's really dangerous. In fact, New York, it has what's called a blood bank, BLOODBANK. It has a 1-800 number, and it does drives where it takes everybody's blood and it doesn't say what it took it out of. It doesn't keep a photo on the blood bag. It just phlebotomizes and exsanguinates the victim, and then it puts it in a refrigeration unit, and that's like a multi-billion-dollar unregulated business as far as I'm concerned, and it's a bank that's really, really difficult to regulate. So now, who's in charge of that? I'm just curious, because we did have rules in place before I got here if you should break the bank or break into blood banking for mixed cities, which is really gross. Because it's unpredictable, and when they bioengineer, they specify, because you can tell by RNA and DNA, it's just you don't want to swap, because then you can bioengineer a disease to wipe out an entire population, and then it becomes a real problem for the children that they then inherit. which is what I'm suffering from at the moment. But I wrote about this 3 generations prior to arrival because of my quantum quirkness and dangerous operations and families outside of the orphanage. I'm currently living in a homeless shelter with 2 people that call themselves parents. It's a linguistical nightmare. If you think of it like a movie set that somebody by accident left running, but forgot to feed the children, forgot to speak to the children, forgot to inform the children. We're like, oh my God, we left equipment out there. Oh my God, look at that. Right, yeah. We have a red, black, and green flag around here, along with a red, white, and blue. So, red, white, and blue stays red, white, and blue. Great. Don't have to talk to those kids. But if I go red and black staying the same, don't you kiddos move. Just move the green piece to where the gold piece is, and we're gold. We're good. We already had it set up before I got here, so it wouldn't be so dangerous. What the fuck did you all do, and how quickly are you ready to fix it? It's July 16th, 2021, and I still need to get moving to where I belong.